Welcome back to the channel. Here hiking with 007. Today I want to go over, everybody does the equipment stuff, and I'll do that later, but also everybody does the big three for hiking the AT. I'm actually going to do the big four because I think this other one is kind of important as well. And instead of just saying the sleeping bag, I'm going to go over the sleeping system that I'm planning on using. But yeah, so we're going to go over the pack, which right here is a Gregory pack. I got the Durston Mid 2, my shoes, which is the fourth item, the Moab 3s, and then this is my sleeping system that we'll go over in a little more detail as well with the Nemo. So stay tuned and we'll dig right in. All right, so number one on the big four list is the tent. So this is the Durston Mid 2. I went with this one. It's not the Pro. Pro's a lot more expensive, and I watched a lot of reviews. You can say good, you can say bad, whatever you want, but I wanted something to use my trekking poles, and this Durston kind of fit the bill for me. I really like that inside the screened portion I can actually take out and pack up, so that for me, when if it's rainy weather, I can do everything inside the tent, get the screen packed up inside the tent, keep it dry or fairly dry, and then once I come out into the weather, the only thing I have left is just the outer shell here and my trekking poles, and I'm good to go. So I kind of like that. I really looked for that hard, and yeah, so I went with the Durston Mid 2, and I think it was a good choice. This, don't pay attention to how I have it set up. I just set it up today, first time ever, and no, I didn't look at the instructions, so I had to go back and forth with YouTube a couple times, but I think I got it. I didn't make it real tight. I'll get to all that later. So yeah, so my first item is the Durston Mid 2 two-person tent. All right, so number two on our big four list is my backpack. I went with a little large. I'm not the kind of person that just keeps throwing stuff in because I have room, so I wasn't worried about that. But I do like everything to be inside, short of maybe a pad or something like that on the outside. But I see a lot of people, with Crocs dangling and everything else. That is not me. So that's why I like the 58 liter, which is what I went with. Also, right now my plan is to have a bear canister, so I wanted enough room to fit that in there as well. So I went with a Gregory. This is the Gregory Paragon 58 liter. The things I liked about it, well, first off, I should say, when I was looking for a backpack, I was looking for this piece on the outside where I could just put my tent, so I don't have to go through my pack to get my tent out. I wanted, obviously, the holders on the side. What I liked about this one, it has the side access, so I can get into the side, which I don't know that I've needed it, but I thought that was a nice addition. Also had to be able to get from the bottom just in case. And one of the other things I liked about this pack was the breathing system for the back and the belt. I just didn't really see anything that I liked any more than this one. I will tell you, I've tried Ospreys and North Face and a bunch of packs. What I liked about Gregory was all they do is backpacks. So Gregory doesn't do shoes and pants and backpacks. They do backpacks. So that kind of says something for them. Also, when I put this on, put some weight in it in the store and sized it up, it just felt so comfortable compared to the other packs that I had tried. So That's why I went with this. You know, I'm sure there's pros and cons for everybody. I mean, everybody's a little different, but this is the pack I'm going with for my number 2 item on the big 4 list. All right, so number 3 on my top 4 list. This is what everybody normally covers: tent, backpack, and sleeping bag. So for my number 3 item, I went with the Nemo. It's the Disco 15 bag. I've had a Nemo before, was happy with it. I did not get a low enough rating. And just a little background. So a couple years ago, when I was going to make an attempt at the Appalachian Trail, I went and did the Art Loeb Trail in March. I believe it was March, beginning of March, and I about froze to death up there. It's same areas that the Appalachian Trail is on now. I didn't move forward to the Appalachian Trail because I had an injury after the Art Loeb Trail, so I'm trying to do a little smarter this time. But I do recall that night I think I had a 25 bag, and it was pretty cold. I'm pretty old and I don't like being cold. So I went with the Nemo 15, the Disco 15. And I also put a reactor, the Sea to Summit reactor bag inside. It's supposed to give me another 10 degrees. So that's kind of my plan for my sleeping bag. Now, I wanted to go over more of the system. One of the items, so I did the Sea to Summit Comfort Plus for my mat. It gives me about 3 inches. It has an R rating of 4.1, and I wanted that. Now, once it starts to get a little warmer, I might, switch this out to something else. But initially for the winter, March, April, up in the mountains, this was the bag I was going with, or the mat, I'm sorry. And so I have that, the bag, and the reactor liner. I wanted to talk a little bit about the sleeping system. I was not very smart in the Art Loeb Trail as well in that area, but I'm ready for it this time. So what I have is these dry wicking, I call them silks, but dry wicking material. These are basically my pajamas. So long pants and a long sleeve shirt. So when I'm in the sleeping bag, I'll have that on. I do have a hat in case I need it. Clean socks. These will only be worn in my sleeping bag, so that way the socks from the day aren't dirty and keep my feet cold. And then I went with these are called OR Tundra booties. They have Primaloft in them. I'm a huge fan of Primaloft from my military time. My puff jacket is also Primaloft, and I know there's newer stuff out there, but I'm sticking with what worked for me. So these booties, and then I'll have the little heater packs if I need them. But yeah, that's my plan. Put my feet in these, put these in there, into the bag, and hopefully everything's good from there. If not, then I'm just going to suck it up and keep on going. But this is my sleeping system, my number 3 item on the big 4 list. All right, we're up to number 4 on my top 4 list. Most folks go 1 through 3. I went with 4, thinking the shoes are number 4, and the reason being, I probably spent more time researching what kind of shoes I was going to wear than the tent and the sleeping bag and my pack. So that's why I thought, let's include the shoes as number 4 on the big 4 list. So I went with the Merrell Moab 3, and these are the mids, so you see the ankle support. 63 years old, I probably need it. I've used Merrell in the military. I'm very comfortable with Merrell. I looked at a lot of the trail runners and some shoes like that, and sorry about traffic. These, I like the grip. I'm not trying to break any land speed records with hiking, but I did need support, and I really felt the Merrell Moab 3 was my best option. I know a lot of people use them. So I have two sets. I'll break them in here in my training routes and then put them up till I'm ready to start hiking. I don't believe I'll be able to make it with two sets. I'm hoping, but I thought instead of buying three pair, the third pair I'll get on the trail and kind of see where my feet are from that point. But so I'm going to start out with a waterproof pair for the winter, help keep it cold out a little bit, and then I'm switching at some point to just a non-waterproof set of shoes. So that's what I went with, the Moab 3. Now I wanted to go over the system, keeping with that theme. So I did a lot of research, and these Injinji liners seem to be it. I've worn them around a little bit, very comfortable with them, although I gotta tell you, getting my toes in there is a little difficult. But once I'm in, life is good. So the Injinji liners and Darn Tough socks. I mean, I'm a big fan of Darn Tough socks. I did wear this system when I went to get the Merle Moab 3s, so I knew they fit right. I had to get a wider shoe. It's all good. The other thing, and I'll mess this up, Catula. I'm using the Catula Gators. I got one on here just to, I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea. So I am a fan of Gators from my time in the military as well. First off, helps keep my laces clean when I want to get them on and off, helps keep bugs out, helps keep dirt out, and these need to be adjusted a little bit more, but I am going with the Gators as well. So that's number 4 on my top 4 list. If you like what you see, welcome to tag along. Please subscribe, hit the bell. I'll post several more videos before I actually do my shakeout in January, and then once I'm on the trail, I'm going to post every couple days, week, one day. I don't know. It depends what kind of footage I got, but that's kind of my plan. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again.